things for breakfast anyways.
Even if you fed it to the dog.
Well, he eats it. I don't know what he does with it after he eats it.
I think I know what he does with it.
Better him than me.
This one's a little bigger. Put that bigger.
I'll get in the stove.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matthew. Happy birthday to you.
9:30, 8:30 Central. Don't snap at me.
Don't shoot, man. Don't shoot.
We wouldn't shoot you, mister.
What are you boys supposed to be?
We're playing Robin Hood. I'm Robin Hood.
Oh, you are, huh?
We all saw the movie on television the other night. We went right in the middle of it because it was
He eats a little slow.
Who knows how it ends?
I can't get my heart
I
anyway
know the
now.
story of Robin Hood.
Did you? Really?
Sure, Robin Hood and his merry men, sure.
Would you tell us about it?
I'd be glad to. Let's see, Robin Hood and his merry men. Robin Hood was... Say, fellas, I wish I could invite you to have some lunch with me, but all I got here is some mulligan stew. And not too much of that.
We brought our own lunch. Yeah, we're cooking it back in the woods.
Really?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Becky and Nate. Happy birthday to you.
I had to quit raising animals.
So why did you quit raising animals?
I got too old to take care of them. I couldn't do what I was used to do.
So when you say you had just gotten it straightened around, so you had just figured out why the calves were dying?
Yeah,
So were you able to stop it?
they were missing selenium in their diet. There's that's a mineral that they needed to fight that. It's a cancerous growth in their throat, and they can't breathe.
So would you give it to the mom or would you give it to the baby?
No, they put it in the salt. They never used to give them salt. It was too late to give it to the babies after they were born.
But you would make sure you gave it to the moms.
Yeah, and then they transferred to the missus, to the calf.
Wow.
That took years to figure that out.
Wow, that's amazing. So how many years did you take care of the cattle by yourself?
I don't know. Quite a while. Well, Matt used to help all the time. Till he got too old to do any. Well, you had to help him have the little calf out of their cow. First you had to catch the cow. They got kind of wild when they had little ones. They went berserk like they didn't know what was happening to them. They knew, I guess they had their own way of doing stuff, that's all I know.
So would you, because you raised beef cattle, right? So you sold it for meat?
Yeah.
So then you would have calves in the spring.
Yeah.
When would you sell the cows off?
In the fall.
So
No. You kept the cows over winter. So they have another calf next spring.
Okay.
They usually had their calves somewhere in March and April.
So then when would you sell them off?
Then when it's fall, November.
Okay. So you wouldn't sell them all, right? You would keep...
Well, it's kept the old cows over. Feed them all winter, just to have a calf in the spring. I had 26 of them here one time. It was too many for the farm, but I didn't know it then. There wasn't enough food to feed them hay all winter. So I used to work to the paper mill to buy them salt and little molasses and stuff like that to supplement their diet.
Huh. And but not all 26 stayed in the barn, right? Did any of them stay in the barn like through the winter or?
They stayed in the back part there. I built that on later on when it'll all come to a head anyways when I run out of helpers. Leo and Amy Ma used to feed them in the morning. I'd go to work. And she'd give them water them, and they got used to doing that. And water them at noon. They only got water once a day. That's when we built this watering trough.
Is that the one that's right there, right by the windmill?
Yeah. Them is all bygone days nowadays.
Zach and I've often thought about trying to do it again.
Yeah, it won't be the same.
Even if we just raise our own cattle to feed, you know what I mean, to feed our family.
It ain't the same as it used to be.
What do you think's changed?
Everything changed a little bit. Everything's wore out. You have to start new. By the time you pay off all the debts and stuff, there won't be no money left over for anything else. It just exists, and that's about it.
Yeah. So would that barn need to be reconstructed and everything? You're saying it's not safe enough for cows anymore?
Well, it needs a new roof. Who the hell's going to put that on?
I don't know.
The roof is getting rusty. You can see, if you stand inside and look up, you can see this. There's a piece of rusty tin between you and the stars. The barn is 70 years old now anyways. Maybe older than 70.
Well, I'm glad you're telling me this now, because it changes my perspective, you know?
Well, yeah, well, you think everything lasts forever. It don't. Oh, well, that's the way it is.
That's the breaks.
I never did have any money. The only money I had then was what I used to work out and invest the money in back in the place. The only way you could do it now is if you was working out and know what the hell to do ahead of time. It won't work anyways. Because by the time all done, everything's wore out.
Yeah, it definitely puts perspective on things, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You work to death on something that's gonna wear out eventually.
yeah, it wears out. You got to replace the son of a bitch, and that don't come easy.